Have you ever pondered how you perceive God? It's a question that might seem simple at first glance, but it's far more complex than you might realize. The way we perceive divinity, the concept of a higher power or God, is deeply intertwined with our own self-perception. It's a mirror held up to our souls, reflecting back our deepest fears, our greatest loves, and our most profound truths. Consider the different ways people visualize divinity. Some may see an all-knowing being, a stern and unyielding figure that keeps a strict tally of our rights and wrongs. This perception, often fear-based, could be a reflection of our own insecurities, our fears of judgment, or our internal struggles with guilt and blame. It's not so much about a divine entity as it is about our own self-image. On the other hand, some of us perceive God as a being of boundless love and compassion. We see a divine entity that embraces us despite our flaws, that understands our struggles, and that offers unconditional love. This love-based perception can reflect our own capacity for kindness and empathy. It suggests a self-image that is forgiving, understanding, and accepting. What's intriguing is the fluidity of these perceptions. They're not fixed in stone. Like our own self-image, our perception of divinity can change and evolve over time. It can be shaped by our experiences, our growth, and our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The perception of God then becomes not just about faith or spirituality, but also about self-discovery and introspection. It's a journey that starts with a question: how do I see God? But it's a journey that can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves. So the next time you ponder about God, take a moment to reflect on what your perception says about you. Are you seeing a reflection of your fears or your love? Are you seeing a reflection of your guilt or your compassion? Remember, the way you perceive God is a reflection of how you see yourself. Now, consider this. How do you see the world around you? Our worldview is often a reflection of our spiritual beliefs. It's like a prism through which we view reality, coloring and shaping our understanding of the world. The way we perceive God, the divine, or the ultimate truth can deeply influence our interpretation of the world around us. If we perceive God as a loving entity, full of compassion and understanding, it's likely we'll view the world through a similar lens. We might see the beauty in the everyday, the kindness in strangers, the miracles in nature. We may be more inclined to approach the world with an open heart, ready to give and receive love freely. On the other hand, if we view God as a figure of fear and blame, it can cast a shadow over our worldview. We may see the world as a harsh, unforgiving place, full of conflict and turmoil. We might be more likely to approach life with caution, protecting ourselves from potential harm. But remember, our spiritual beliefs and our worldview are not set in stone. They can change and evolve as we journey through life, gathering experiences and insights along the way. We can choose to cultivate a loving perception of God, and in turn, foster a more compassionate and understanding view of the world. This is not to say that seeing the world through rose-colored glasses means ignoring the pain and suffering that undoubtedly exists. Rather, it's about acknowledging these realities, while also recognizing the potential for love, kindness, and compassion to flourish. Our spiritual beliefs can serve as a guiding light, illuminating our path as we navigate the complexities of life. They can help us make sense of the world, providing a framework for understanding our experiences and interactions. So, how do you see the world around you? Is it a place of love and compassion, or fear and blame? Remember, your worldview is a powerful tool. It can shape your experiences and your interactions with others, and most importantly, it can transform your relationship with yourself and the divine. Your perception of the world is a mirror of your spiritual beliefs. Let's switch gears a bit. How do you perceive other beings? Our perception of others, much like our perception of divinity, is a mirror reflecting our inner selves. When we look at others, what we see is influenced by how we perceive ourselves and our understanding of God. The lens through which we view others is shaped by our own experiences, beliefs, and feelings. Imagine for a moment that you're looking at a vast ocean. Each person you encounter is like a wave in that ocean. Some waves are calm while others are turbulent, but beneath the surface, every wave is part of the same ocean. They are all expressions of the same water, just as we are all expressions of the same life force. If we see others with judgment and suspicion, it's likely because we're holding on to judgment and suspicion within ourselves. Conversely, if we see others with love and compassion, it's a sign that we're cultivating love and compassion within our own hearts. This idea isn't just about being nice to others, it's about recognizing that we are all interconnected, that our feelings about others are a reflection of our feelings about ourselves, and that to truly grow spiritually, we must learn to see others not as separate from us, but as part of us. Now, this doesn't mean we should ignore the actions of others or excuse harmful behavior. It means that we should strive to understand and empathize with others even when it's difficult. Because when we do, we're not just showing compassion to them, we're showing compassion to ourselves. So how do we cultivate this loving perception of others? It starts with self-awareness. By becoming aware of our own thoughts and feelings, we can begin to understand how they influence our perception of others. And with this understanding, we can choose to see others with love and compassion, even when they show us their most challenging sides. Remember, our perception of others is a reflection of our inner world. And as we grow and evolve spiritually, our perception of others will naturally evolve as well. Seeing others with love and compassion is an indication of your spiritual progress. Finally, how do you perceive your higher self? This question is the gateway to a deeper understanding of our own spiritual essence. The concept of the higher self may seem obscure, but it is a fundamental component of our spiritual journey. Our higher self is not a separate entity, but the most authentic, enlightened version of us. It's the part of us that is always connected to the divine, the part that is full of love, compassion, and wisdom. It is the part of us that comprehends the interconnectedness of all things, that knows the truth of our existence beyond the physical realm. How we perceive our higher self is deeply influenced by our spirituality. If we see our higher self as a beacon of love and compassion, it is because we have nurtured these qualities within ourselves. If we perceive it as a source of wisdom and enlightenment, it is because we have committed to a journey of learning and self-discovery. Understanding our higher self requires introspection and self-discovery. It's about peeling back the layers of our human experiences to reveal the divine essence within us. It's about recognizing our divine connection and embracing the wisdom and love that come with it. It's about realizing that we're not merely physical beings having a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. The journey to our higher self is not a destination, but a continuous process of growth and enlightenment. It's about living with purpose, with love, with compassion. It's about seeking truth, seeking wisdom, seeking connection. It's about embracing our divine nature and expressing it in our daily lives. The path to our higher self can be challenging, but it is also profoundly rewarding. It brings a deeper sense of peace, a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of connection to all that is. It opens our eyes to the beauty of our existence, to the love and wisdom that are our birthright. Your higher self is the ultimate reflection of your spiritual journey. It is the mirror that reflects the light of your spirit, the beacon that guides you on your path. It is your truest self, your most authentic self. It is the embodiment of your divine essence. It is you in your purest, most enlightened form. As we conclude, let's revisit the main points. Our journey today has taken us through the intricate corridors of perception and self-discovery. We've delved into how our perceptions of divinity, the world, other beings, and our higher selves are not just isolated viewpoints, but rather interconnected reflections of our inner selves. Beginning with our perception of divinity, we've seen how our understanding of God is a direct reflection of our inner state. If we see God as a source of fear and blame, it signifies that we harbor these same emotions within us. Conversely, viewing God with love and compassion is indicative of these same qualities residing in our hearts. Exploring our worldview, we've learned that the way we perceive the world around us is also a mirror that reflects our inner selves. If we see a world filled with hostility and strife, it may be because we are grappling with these very issues within us. On the other hand, seeing the world as a place of love and harmony suggests that we are in a state of inner peace and love. Moving on to our perception of other beings, we've discovered that our attitudes towards others are a reflection of our attitudes towards ourselves. If we judge others harshly, it often means we are equally harsh on ourselves. But when we view others with understanding and compassion, it's a sign that we are nurturing these qualities within us. Lastly, understanding our higher selves is a journey towards self-acceptance and self-love. Our higher self is a reflection of our deepest essence, and embracing this essence with love and compassion leads us to a more fulfilling and enlightened existence. In essence, our perceptions are a mirror, reflecting back to us our inner state of being. They provide us with valuable insights into our spiritual journey, nudging us towards self-awareness and spiritual growth. So let's choose love, let's choose compassion, and let's watch as our world transforms around us. Your perceptions are mirrors of your soul, reflecting your spiritual journey. Choose love, choose compassion, and watch your world transform.